MyOFABoxing.com, my official.
But just to say that we're confident in our position, very confident.
How long do you see the matter being settled?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't want to, that. I'm really jammed busy. I have other real priorities. Manny's fight, Cotto and Margarito, the next fight, Juanma Lopez. I'm jammed. So I'm very content to let the lawyers handle it.
Any plans of meeting them here?
No, not at all. Not at all. I have nothing to say to them. It's out of my hands now. The lawyers are going to handle it.
Even if they go into court?
Yeah, I have no desire to talk to them. There's nothing to talk to them about. I mean, again, the lawyers will handle it from now on. I got to move on to other things. I mean, it's not like I got like another Manny Pacquiao. He's a bantamweight, and who wants to go up, and I got 4 fighters who probably could beat him. Lopez, Gamboa, or Rigondeaux. I mean, he's not going to beat those guys, or even if he would beat them, he's not going to beat all of them. I mean, but I got so many guys in that way. Vasquez Jr.
So if he goes with Golden Boy, he'll fight the bantamweight, and after that?
I don't know who he's going to fight after that. But again, it's not big business. It's just that because we have a valid contract, you can't let somebody come in and just ignore your contract. You gotta fight back. That's the problem. Otherwise, for me, it's a pain in the ass.
Anyways, we'll go with how about Manny. So preparation for the May 7th fight.
Yeah, well, that's where the real money is.
Okay.
I mean, with Nonito Donaire, you get a rights fee from television. He's not a pay-per-view fighter. The Filipinos don't support him. We had him on pay-per-view. We did no buys. Truth, when he fought Montiel, it was all Mexicans, very few Filipinos. He hasn't connected with the Filipinos. And I think largely it's because of her. I think the Filipinos can't stand her. How dare her? She criticizes the way Jinky dresses. She does? Is she crazy? She's all tarted up, and she criticizes the way Jinky dresses like a lady. I mean, facts are facts.
So we'll talk about Manny.
Yeah,
much
right.
better topic to talk
Right.
about.
Well, Manny, I'm delighted. Freddie is so happy. Alex is so happy that he's working hard, that he's in shape. Because let me tell you, he has a really tough fight. His style, you got to look at style. If he was like a Floyd Mayweather running, defensive, then Mosley wouldn't have much of a chance. But Manny is a straight ahead fighter, pop, 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 angles and so forth. That's up Mosley's alley. And Mosley takes a tremendous punch and throws a good punch. It's a terrifically tough fight. I think Manny wins because, he's just phenomenal because of those 2 hands that he has. Being able to fire punches with both hands is something that most fighters can't do.
And they're talking about Mosley's age. Most of the time it's the 39-year-old.
You see, Mosley's age has an effect. If you have a defensive fighter that he has to chase and look for. If he's fighting somebody who comes straight at him, the age is not that important because he doesn't have to spend energy looking for Manny.
Okay.
So the age is less of a factor than if he fought a Mayweather or a defensive fighter or a black fighter, African American fighter who gave him a lot of movement.
It's different with Manny. It's,
Different with Manny.
so what's the timetable for Manny? Have you discussed with Freddie regarding stay here with Baguio until when?
I have to talk to Manny, and the date that I would like Manny to come to the United States is April 2nd. Because, not that he can't get good training here, but I can really use him. We have an opportunity like we've never had before. Because the element in the promotion that's key is CBS. CBS is doing so much on the promotion, but you've got to give them material. So I got to get Manny in LA, and then we'll work. He'll do all the training, and so it won't interfere with the training. But at night, I can use him on this show, on that show, and CBS can take advantage. I mean, they're giving us programming on this 360 fight camp that we've never had before. HBO gave us 4 half hours, and CBS has a half hour and an hour and another half hour on CBS. And in addition, Showtime has 3 half hours on Showtime. Well, that, and all different. So that, to me, is something really special. So you've got to give him material to make it a real good program. Because you have to understand television in the United States. HBO has 28 million homes, and you've got to pay special to see HBO. Showtime has 21 million homes, and you've got to pay a fee to see Showtime. CBS has 115 million homes, and people pay nothing. It's free over-the-air television. Now that's a lot different, because people then who can't afford HBO, can't afford Showtime, have the opportunity to see Manny Pacquiao, and also the kind of programs. It'll be old ladies who don't have any interest in sport, or who are gonna be shown Pacquiao, shown Mosley. So that's going to create a tremendous amount of interest. And that's something that we've never had before. And if everything works, and again, we've never done it before, so any kind of prediction is ridiculous. But it could do numbers like we've never seen before on the pay-per-view. Could really do something incredible. I'm not saying it will, because I don't know, but it could.
So, what's the latest with Mosley and Big Ben? I heard he's been training the past 3 weeks.
Unbelievable. It's very cooperative. CBS, Showtime has a crew up there, so he's doing his part. The thing that is so unbelievable, we have in the United States a college basketball team. It's the biggest thing. It ends up with the March Madness, ends up with the Final Four and the national championship. Well, they have been every one of the games on CBS. They do a promo on the fight. That's incredible. Every game has over 10 million people watching. And then the night of the Final Four, where they have the 2 semifinals, it's a Saturday night, they're doing a half-hour special on the fight. There'll be 20 million people watching it. Well, HBO 24/7, if we had 750,000 people watching it, it was a lot. It was good, it was a lot. And Showtime, also small, relatively small, 20 million people watching it. God knows what we're going to do on paper. So this is his opportunity to seize the moment and make more money than he ever dreamed possible.
And After this one, of course, we're not looking past most of it.
No.
What's right in store for Manny?
Well, we're going to look at which fighter makes the most sense. Assuming he beats Mosley, let's look. If we're talking about November, then who's available that would make money? Berto, no exposure.
Okay.
Nobody. Very different.
Premature.
Huh?
Still premature to have Berto win.
I mean, unless even if he beats Ortiz, so what? You know. You come back really to Marquez. A draw and a close loss to Manny. Now, that seems to me the most attractive fight. I didn't want to do that fight before Mosley because, I'm reaching out to this vast audience on CBS, so I needed an English-speaking opponent. Why? Because now, if we do the numbers, I think, and even if we go back to CBS, we could still do okay with a Spanish guy. So that's who, unless something else develops, that's who I'm looking at.
So number 2 is
What?
Marquez is number 2, just in case anywhere.
I would think so.
And you've been playing beautiful music with Don King lately.
Yeah, I could talk with Don King all the time, but we went through a negotiation that nobody really knew about with Mayweather. Some group came in wanting to put it in a particular country.
Okay.
And Mayweather asked for a number that was so high that he indicated that he didn't want to fight. Take a guess at the number he asked for himself.
For himself. 100
100.
just for himself.
For himself. 100.
He doesn't want to
Fuck.
fight.
Who's going to pay him 100 million? I mean, unless Manny fights for nothing, how can you do that?
He's asking for the moon.
No, well, he's not asking for the move. He can't say no. He doesn't want to fight him. So
that's his
you
way of
price
saying
your way out of.
Anything else?
Marquez is no longer with the Golden Boy.
Marcus's contract, I think, is ending with Golden Boy, and Marcus, I'm sure wants to fight Manny, and we'll see. I mean, right now I'm focusing on Mosley and kind of numbers we can do, but we'll see. And then, Cotto looks like he's having a rebirth, and I want to do him with Margarito in July. And he can figure for a rematch, at 100 catch weight.
Maybe next year?
With maybe next year, or maybe even in November. We'll see if he beats Margarito.
So Top Rank is pretty filled for the rest of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.